Look up at the night sky. What do you see? Stars, planets, galaxies, a vast cosmic ocean. For centuries, we thought we understood the rules of this universe. We had Isaac Newton's laws. They worked pretty well for things like throwing a ball or watching an apple fall from a tree. But then a new mind came along. A mind that wasn't afraid to question everything we thought we knew. This mind belonged to Albert Einstein. He was more than just a scientist with wild hair. He was a revolutionary thinker who gave us a whole new way to see the cosmos. He rewrote the very laws of reality. Einstein's journey shows us something profound about science. It's not just about memorizing facts or doing math problems in a stuffy classroom. It's about curiosity. It's about imagination. It's about looking at the same world everyone else sees but asking a different question. He dared to ask, what would happen if I could ride on a beam of light? A simple, almost childlike question. But from that question, a new understanding of space, time, and gravity was born. He connected the universe in ways no one had ever imagined before, showing us that we are all part of a grand cosmic dance. His ideas were not just for other scientists, they ripple through our everyday lives in ways you might not expect. That GPS on your phone? It needs Einstein's theories to work correctly. Without them, it would send you miles off course within a single day. His work unlocked the power hidden inside the atom, a power that has shaped our modern world for both good and ill. He gave humanity a new set of tools to explore the universe, from the smallest particles to the largest structures in the cosmos. His legacy isn't just a set of equations, it's a new perspective on our place in the universe. So, who was this man? How did a patent clerk, seemingly an ordinary person, come to overthrow centuries of scientific thought? To understand his genius, we have to travel back in time, back to his childhood. We need to look at the small moments, the sparks of curiosity that ignited one of the greatest intellectual fires the world has ever known. His story is a testament to the power of a single human mind, a mind bold enough to challenge the universe itself and in doing so, reveal its deepest, most beautiful secrets for all of us to see. Albert Einstein was born in Ulm, Germany in 1879. As a child, he wasn't what you might call a prodigy. He was quiet and started speaking later than most children. His parents even worried that something might be wrong with him. He didn't enjoy the strict, disciplined nature of his school. The teachers demanded rote memorization, repeating facts without question. This method of learning clashed with Albert's inquisitive nature. He preferred to learn by thinking, by pondering, by letting his mind wander through the what-ifs of the world. He was a daydreamer in a system that punished daydreaming. A pivotal moment happened when he was just 5 years old. His father showed him a simple magnetic compass. Young Albert was mesmerized. Why did the needle always point north, no matter which way he turned the compass? He could see that some unseen force was acting on it, a hidden power in the empty space around him. This experience left a deep and lasting impression. It was the first time he realized that the universe had hidden mysteries, secrets that were not immediately visible to the eye. This simple toy sparked a lifelong fascination with the invisible forces that govern our world. As he grew older, his distaste for formal schooling continued. He found the lessons boring and the teachers uninspiring. He often clashed with his instructors because he questioned their authority and their methods. He much preferred to study on his own, reading books on science and philosophy that went far beyond his school curriculum. He was building his own education, guided by his own intense curiosity rather than a rigid syllabus. He was learning to think for himself, a skill that would become the cornerstone of his future discoveries and his greatest strength as a scientist. This early resistance to authority and conventional thinking was not just adolescent rebellion, it was the very essence of his genius taking shape. He knew, instinctively, that understanding the universe required more than just following the rules laid down by others. It required imagination. It required the courage to break those rules and forge a new path. The boy who was once considered a slow learner was quietly preparing to challenge the very foundations of physics. The compass had shown him there were invisible forces, and he was determined to understand them. After finishing his studies at the Swiss Polytechnic in Zurich, Einstein faced a new challenge. He couldn't find a teaching job. None of the professors he had annoyed with his questions were willing to recommend him for an academic position. So with the help of a friend's father, he took a job as a clerk at the Swiss patent office in Bern. It might seem like a detour, a step down for a brilliant physicist. But this humble job turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It was the perfect incubator for his revolutionary ideas. His work at the patent office was not too demanding. He spent his days evaluating other people's inventions, examining the mechanics of new devices. This task sharpened his ability to think critically about physical principles and how they worked in the real world. Once he finished his daily duties, often in just a few hours, his mind was free to roam the cosmos. He sat at his desk, surrounded by patent applications, and performed his famous thought experiments. He imagined himself chasing beams of light or falling in an elevator, all in the laboratory of his own mind. In 1905, while working as this unknown patent clerk, Einstein had a year of incredible creation. Historians call it his annus mirabilis, or miracle year. He published 4 groundbreaking papers that would change the course of science forever. One paper explained the photoelectric effect, showing that light can behave as a particle, which later earned him the Nobel Prize. Another proved the existence of atoms and molecules. And then there were the papers that introduced the world to his special theory of relativity. All of this from a man no university wanted to hire. This period of his life shows us that great ideas can come from anywhere. You don't need a fancy lab or a prestigious title to change the world. Sometimes all you need is a quiet space, a steady job that pays the bills, and the freedom to think. The patent office gave Einstein exactly that. It was his sanctuary, the place where he could wrestle with the biggest questions in the universe without the pressure of academic life. The quiet clerk in Bern was about to become the most famous scientist on Earth, all thanks to the power of his imagination. Einstein's most famous achievement is his theory of relativity. It came in 2 parts, special relativity and general relativity. Special relativity, from his miracle year, revealed a stunning connection between space and time. He proposed that the speed of light is a cosmic speed limit. Nothing can travel faster. A consequence of this is that time itself is not absolute. It's relative. Time can slow down for an object moving very fast compared to an object that is still. This idea shattered Newton's concept of a universal clock ticking away at the same rate for everyone everywhere. But Einstein wasn't done. He spent another 10 years working on a bigger idea, general relativity. This was his masterpiece, his grand theory of gravity. Newton saw gravity as a mysterious force pulling objects toward each other. Einstein had a different vision. He said that massive objects like stars and planets don't pull on things. Instead, they warp or curve the very fabric of space-time around them. Imagine placing a heavy bowling ball on a trampoline. It creates a dip. A smaller marble rolling nearby will curve its path and fall into that dip. That, Einstein said, is gravity. This new understanding of gravity led to one of the most famous equations in history, E equals mc squared. This tiny equation holds a colossal secret about the universe. It says that energy and mass are 2 sides of the same coin. They are interchangeable. A tiny amount of mass can be converted into a huge amount of energy, a principle that explains how the sun shines and also led to the development of nuclear power and atomic weapons. The equation revealed a source of energy so vast it changed the course of human history and our relationship with the cosmos. So why do we still remember Albert Einstein today? It's not just for his incredible science. It's for his humanity, his wisdom, and his relentless curiosity. He was a passionate advocate for peace and civil rights. He reminds us that science is not just a collection of cold facts. It is a deeply human endeavor, driven by wonder and a desire to find our place in the universe. He showed us that the cosmos is more strange, more beautiful, and more interconnected than we ever dreamed. His legacy is an invitation to us all. Keep looking up, keep asking questions, and never lose your imagination.